that's actually started working. What's next, right? Those students had never written JavaScript or WebOS before, and I managed to teach them how to write WebOS apps in under an hour. Now I was like to give the names out. One guy's called Callum, one guy's called Matthew, with their Twitter, I'll put Twitter's now down. So this is the application that they wrote. They wrote this 3 days. 3 days. And it's a really nice looking working application, because even though it's not factually correct, because time zones are linear, and they didn't know that. in all fairness, they were writing thinking they were correct, so in their eyes this product is fantastic and perfect. So just kind of demonstrating how it works, you've got the thing, and then you slide, and it tells the time, and that's pretty much it. But in all fairness, 3 days, never written an app before, that's brilliant. And one thing that may surprise you is they didn't have any access to actually using a device. And how did they manage to write an app without having access to actually showing it on a device? Because they used Enyo, and Enyo is a fantastic thing. They managed to write an Enyo application within an hour. And why is that? Why is that the case? Well, first of all, that's because it's browser-based testing. All they have to do is open Chrome or Safari and start working on the app, and then it will run exactly the same on the device. No hurdles, no nothing, it just works great. Also, there's no required app model, whereas Mojo had all these scenes and stacks and pushing and popping and all this crazy stuff that nobody can get their head around. Enyo just has one screen, components, and everything works beautifully. The only theory that they need to know is that you comprise your application of building blocks called primes. So, I've talked about what I've done, I've talked about what the students have done, but what's next for me? What am I planning to do? I'm losing my mojo. Everything everything that I've done so far has been written in Mojo, but now I'm moving on to doing it in 100% Enyo. And hopefully I'll have 4 new Enyo apps out in the summer that should all run on tablets. Touchpad. So I'm going to talk earlier about Tumblebox, my first application. This is Tumblebox 2. It's Enyo, and it's going to run on phones and tablets, and this is way better than the old one. So if you love Tumblebox, you'll find this really amazing. So what's next? iFixit. How many of you here have heard of a website called iFixit.com? Yeah. I'm writing their tablet app, and it's going to be done in Enyo. It's going to have all the great features that you expect, thousands of guides, great high resolution imagery. Now, this one you're probably thinking that's slightly boring. Well, it is. Well, this would, what happened with regards to the course is I needed some space to do the course, and the design and technology department were more than willing to let me use their space, time, and teachers. However, of course, they wanted something in return, and they wanted an app. So I'm writing a WebOS app, which is going to be available on all the platforms as well via Phonegap. And the last one that I'm going to demo is Unit. It's going to be available on the touchpad, as I'm going to show you, and it's also going to be available on all WebOS phones. And I'm writing the phone version at the moment, that's why there's no picture in there. So this is going to be a demo of Enyo on the touchpad. I have to use one of these before. So this is the application. Can anybody guess what it does? It's a uniform loader. So I don't think there's any internet access on it, so I'll go for some outline categories, but it basically does what it says on the tin. So let's pick a unit, let's say length. An angstrom is about the unit of a molecule, so let's see in terms of how long a gigacecond is. I've never heard about that before. So 1 gigacecond is the equivalent of 5 times 10 to the minus 7 centimeters. There you go, fascinating fact. And that is basically a demo of Enyo running on a touchpad with an application that I made in about a week. So, I'd like to conclude by saying why I developed WebOS. Well, first of all, it's extremely easy. There are very few hurdles to actually getting something up and running. And it's free. I'm a student, I have no money, what else am I going to do? So I have to, when I'm developing an application, I have to spend as little as possible, ideally nothing, which WebOS allows me to do. So I can write an app, no cost to me, all I need is a computer and some time, and that's the way it should be. And lastly, I love WebOS. The only smartphone operating system I've ever used is WebOS. Call me biased, but if you use anything else, you are wrong. So, WebOS is by far the best operating system. Now, it's got all this great stuff like cars, Just Type, which developers like me and yourselves can plug into and create some great applications for. And I recently added Just Type capabilities to my existing app, and I got some great feedback from users about how they thought it was such a better way to do it by the operating system, rather than going into the app and actually doing something that is different depending on each app. So, thank you very much for listening. You can find me on Twitter, @UberShinySheep. Please do follow me because I'm in the competition to get on the forums and get my friends, so if I win, I'll be very happy. And you can also find me on gap.me/Jamtap. I don't have an official website, I'm working. And also, special thanks to Mari Santoyo, Adelgildo Mazen, and Greg Binder from HP, and Timber Martinez, Caravana, and Monica from Agora 9. Also, thanks to my dad for bringing me down here today, so if it wasn't him, I wouldn't be here. And also, again, a very big thank you to everyone at HP and Agora 9 for actually making this event possible, and especially thanks to HP for making fantastic products. So, have a great evening, and I'll be around to speak to you after, and we will have a shout off and play lots of